Eihan Numata was born on April 12, 1897, the sixth child in a family which had been providing priests to the local Buddhist temple since the 16th century. As a young man, Numata had the opportunity to leave his small Japanese village to pursue a dream, travel to America to learn English and study at one of its most prestigious universities. But the path was difficult and filled with struggles. He began his studies at Hollywood High School in Los Angeles in 1918, a time when anti-Japanese sentiment was running high in California. He boarded with a local family while he pursued his studies and did their household chores, earning just $2 per week. During his second year in America, young and struggling Numata fell ill with tuberculosis. In those days, tuberculosis was a serious illness for which there was no cure or medicine. This was the lowest point of Numata's life in America. Alone, poor, away from home, and seriously ill. What saved him from the hopelessness was a Buddhist prayer his mother taught him. When you are alone, you are in a company of two. The other person is Saint Shinran. In that prayer, he started to see a ray of hope, a will to survive. It was the power of faith that helped Numata slowly recover from his illness. Eihan Numata went on to study statistics, earning a doctoral degree from Berkeley University. He returned to Japan in 1930 and accepted a job with the Japanese government in a newly created department that provided statistical analysis of Japan's economic resources. Although the job was a good one and paid well, Numata had much larger dreams than could be fulfilled by his civil service position. He wanted to make micrometers. Up to that point, all micrometers in Japan were imported. Other Japanese companies had tried to enter the market, but had failed. In fact, it took years of trial and error for Numata to develop a marketable micrometer. It is said that during these first few years, when the first Mitutoyo micrometer was under development, Numata worked both day and night, 7 days per week and on holidays, sometimes not returning home for days. By the end of 1936, he had succeeded in producing a micrometer he felt proud to release to the market. His quality standards were so strict that he only accepted 17 micrometers from the first 100 that were made. The rejects were laid to rest in a hole dug in the shop floor, then made of dirt, in a mock funeral before the assembled employees, to motivate them to maintain only the highest standards of product quality. Marketing that first micrometer proved very difficult. Japanese manufacturers were happy with the Swiss micrometers that they were using, and it was difficult to persuade them to try this new Japanese-made micrometer. But when the Japanese government placed a large order for the Mitutoyo micrometers, this proved to be an influential endorsement, and the fledgling company soon had more orders than it could fulfill. Mitutoyo Corporation was off and running. During World War II, Mitutoyo Corporation, like most Japanese companies, nearly vanished. But Numata's spirit of perseverance and a strong will to succeed kept the company afloat. Following that experience, Dr. Numata realized that for his company to survive, it needed to branch out, outside of Japan. In 1963, Numata, then 66 years old but full of energy, opened his first overseas subsidiary in New York City. Our first office was located right in the heart of Manhattan, at 11 East 26th Street. He called it MTI Corporation. The first catalog was just 36 pages long and contained 31 products. Compared to today's catalog, which stands at more than 500 pages and 6,500 products. These first products were sold through a small network of 7 master distributors, who would then market the products through their dealers. This was MTI's sales model through the 60s and 70s. Selling Japanese products in America was not easy in those days. Japanese manufacturing was in its infancy, and American buyers were skeptical about the quality of Japanese products. The company owes a huge debt of gratitude to those 7 master distributors who took a chance on selling Japanese metrology instruments. In 1969, MTI opened its first branch office in Chicago at 225 East Ohio Street and decided to hire its own sales force. Then in 1977, the company purchased 5 acres of land in Paramus, New Jersey, and broke ground on its first national headquarters. By December of that year, the two-story high office and warehouse complex was completed. In 1982, the company opened another branch office in Detroit to better serve its #1 industrial market, automotive, and the Big Three, Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors. Motortown was good for Mitutoyo. Even today, the automotive industry remains our #1 industrial market. Since then, our markets have greatly expanded and now include aerospace, defense, medical, energy, semiconductor, machine tool, and plastics. Growth prompted the opening of offices and showrooms across the country. The expansion fueled Mitutoyo's innovation and development in a vast array of metrology tools that addressed nearly every conceivable industrial measurement need. In 1985, MTI realized it had outgrown its Paramus, New Jersey headquarters. The company looked westward to a more central location, purchasing the 20-acre parcel in Aurora, Illinois that the company now calls home. In 1987, the company moved to its new headquarters, located amidst cornfields along the I-88 corridor. 3 gleaming white buildings with the orange Mitutoyo name set amidst beautiful rolling green hills made for a picturesque corporate setting. In the beginning, each building had a separate purpose. 965 held the corporate office. 958 was built for manufacturing, but operations ceased in 2004 and since has been used for additional office space. 945 was built as a state-of-the-art showroom in 1990. In the year 2000, the company officially changed its name from MTI to Mitutoyo America Corporation. While picturesque, the 3-building campus was not always conducive to efficient operations. In 2012, with our 50th anniversary quickly approaching, the decision was made to consolidate our headquarters into one magnificent building. Mitutoyo broke ground on this 192,600 square foot facility September 12, 2012, and commemorated its opening October 14, 2013. The building includes a state-of-the-art M3 Solution Center with many Mitutoyo products on display, from hand tools to coordinate measuring machines, from bestsellers to the newest leading-edge equipment in the field of metrology, all displayed in a beautiful and functional setting. The building also houses an A2LA accredited calibration lab that is among the most capable in North America and is able to provide accredited calibrations on a wide range of measuring instruments and artifacts from all manufacturers, including gauge blocks, small measuring tools, step gauges, height gauges, cylindrical squares, and roundness hemispheres. The education wing has 2 classrooms that provide students with instruction on metrology concepts, inspection methods, calibration procedures, geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, measurement system analysis, gauge R&R, and measurement uncertainty. The office is home to 140 employees, with additional room for future expansion. The warehouse more than doubled its previous space to 75,000 square feet. The 3rd floor is home to a 3,600 square foot meeting room with the latest in audio-visual innovation. Through the years, the history of Mitutoyo America Corporation has been one of not just overcoming difficult obstacles, but surmounting them and achieving an even greater success. But like Ahan Numata's mother told him, we were not alone in our struggle or in our success. We wish to say thank you to our employees, to our distributors, to our customers, and to our community for all your support throughout the years.